Surprise! I'm making a separate video. Go to my previous video on the best list. Hopefully this one will be short due to how much I've ragged on about the last two in the worst list for TV of 2019. No Christmas update until my 01 review Sunday. Again, that's all I can say for now. That being said, let's get to the best quick as we can. Okay, for number 5, and honestly I really should have swapped these as best or worst. Yeah, Titans Season 2. Now, I've kind of unofficially agreed to High Top Films that it is the worst season. However, there was a little bit of good here and there that I did kind of like. Ian Glenn is this show's Bruce Wayne, and there were some high marks. Like, they did learn their lessons of how angsty they wanted to make Dick. Again, it didn't save the show. I will admit to that. But there is a moment I actually liked that I really wish I should have done an individual episode review of, as Jason was Bruce doing the 60s Batman dance. Oh man, that must have been fun on set. Unfortunately, again, if you also saw, there was a lot more Dream Batman sequences instead of real him. Long story there. Go to the review to explain that. That being said, the next 4 I have definitely watched and I definitely love. Starting off, Season 4, Season 4. Wow, well, I got this list long already. Wow, my handwriting sucks. Season 3 of Stranger Things. Card to my review, if you haven't seen it, it's probably the most views I got all summer, to be honest with you. With good reason. It was an event. Like, it was cool. I've kind of thoroughly admitted that this season was just basically them blowing their load on 80s. And I tried justifying it because 85 was a big year. Like, a lot of big franchises were coming out. A lot of big things were happening. It was shaping the corner of what was the year, the 80s going forward. So, if there was if it was 80s land fiction TV, that would be like the common year to use. With good reason. It's a great send off to characters who got killed or didn't get killed. Spoilers there. I'll go to the forward review if you want to know who's who on that. Totally worth your time. I highly recommend it. It's a great season to watch, even if you want to watch it right after Season 1. Totally worth skipping a certain particular bad episode when it comes to Stranger Things Season 2. But other than that, the series itself is great. The Duffers killed it again with good reason. So, on to my number 3, and I totally wish I should have just done an individual review. Cobra Kai Season 2, because goddamn, it is good shit. And, update, for anyone who hasn't done my Cobra Kai month, cards to that will be in the description, or in the cards up here. That being said, I think they're having a physical release for both seasons. They said they couldn't do it. I'm gonna buy it regardless. That's great for me. And content for my new Red Hood figure review, go to the worst list for that explanation. Fun to see content finding. That being said, it is a strong season. They don't play around. Kreese himself comes back swinging, and it is good to see him again, to be honest with you. A lot of callbacks to the movies themselves. Machio doing the best performances. Remembering Miyagi in general was probably really emotional for him, given that Pat himself actually passed away years prior to the show. And it's good to, like, bring it all in character-wise for him, and it's great to hear. Checking my mic because I hope... Yeah, I got my mic going for... there was a little bit of a worry for the worst list. Not a long story there. Again, what's there to say about Cobra Kai that hasn't been said is a strong reboot, or I guess this case, soft reboot into the franchise. It's worth watching. William Zabka as Johnny is doing top 10 performance as usual. Fighting is still damn good. The new gen cast are doing their best with the choreography they got. The school fight at the end was insane. I'm not going to spoil everything about that because it is insane to just even see yourself. And, yeah, so crazy stuff. And stranger things have happened here. My Hero is on the list again. Go to, I think, my TV list last year. I've kind of came out saying that I'm a huge fan of the series. So much so, I was really thinking of getting an All Might figure, and I think a Midoriya figure for the death battle that happened, I think a couple of weeks ago. Card to that. Also, I guess use the loser of the last one, Deadpool, to bitch about getting his ass handed by the Mask, but let's be honest, he was crazier than him, and we all know it. Maybe somebody might have debunked it, like, oh, it was BS here, but nah, I didn't hear any debunking on that. So far, so good. That could be wrong. For My Hero Season 4, Rules of the Road, I have not seen every single episode. I'm only going off dubs off Toonami, and yet again, I have seen subs. I have been pressured to do that last year, and I'm probably going to do it now this year. I should have done that, honestly. I should have watched more episodes getting this into the list, but it's My Hero. It's a shoo-in for number 2 regardless. It has a great journey. It's got a lot going on. The new heroes are awesome. Mr. Power himself. I really don't know his name. Link and or wiki down below for just the cast in general. They definitely deserve the reading the wiki. Trust me on that. Yeah, it's My Hero. It's a great show in anime. It's getting me back into that old, 90s nostalgia vibes for cool show in anime like that. I was a huge DBZ fan, and believe me, this is definitely what I needed after Super ended, and it's still worth your time. And maybe someday I could cosplay as All Might if I could shave. Who knows? Stranger things have happened. Finally, at number 1, and still currently on the air out of all of them, is The Mandalorian Season 1. Final card to my review as... Yeah, this jackass. Yeah, I was the real Nerf Scott Summers this year. Yeah, it was. Can you tell that was an impulse buy, let alone cosplaying? But unfortunately, I had to do it for content, and, it had to happen. Sorry for that. But yeah, the show itself is awesome. Jon Favreau is the showrunner, if I'm not mistaken, and there's a cornucopia amount of top tier talent as directors for all these episodes. I will agree with the consensus that 5 is a little bit of a slog, but it's okay to watch. Probably after this week's episode coming up. Yeah, I have yet to see the season finale, but they are hyping way crazy stuff. For those who are totally burned and totally pissed of Rise of the Skywalker, this and Jedi Order is the palate cleanser you totally need if you at all hate the new trilogy. Like I said in my prequel review, yeah, they're bad, but they're not prequels bad. Yeah, they're meh, but they're not boring. They're not a waste of your time. You really wanted to hope for the best. And here, I hope for the best, and it's not as bad. It's never, I still hate people who say, oh, the prequels are better. Dude, the prequels always sucked. And in the Mandalorian's case, if you're ever a fan of droids, they're gonna get iced. I'm just telling you right now. Minor spoilers of what I think will happen in the season finale. Crazy action scene. Maybe Mando himself will bury the hatchet on his droid racism. Again, fingers crossed on that. If not, more Baby Yoda. Yeah, if you could tell that was the meme of the year so far, you're not wrong. I don't know why the guy is 50. I don't know a Yoda's species lifestyle. I'm not a huge Extended Universe fan. I do game respect aim EU fans. I respect the crap out of you. You guys know what you're doing. Just not every plan's gonna be represented like in the prequels, and shit happens. Just like the prequels, so, I don't know. But yeah, for the Mandalorian himself, crap, I forgot his name, but he was definitely from Narcos and was in Game of Thrones, I think the good seasons until Dawn showed up. Again, go to my list for number 1 worst show of the year in case you haven't seen that episode. My episodes, wow. I don't have episodes, just videos. If you saw that video, you know damn what I meant. That being said, I forgot to mention about Clegane Bowl. Okay, let me get back to the Mandalorian first. 10 out of 10 series. Definitely season finale is probably going to do the best that he can. Carl Weathers and a lot of people come back that I didn't think were going to come back for the penultimate episode. Gina Carano actually had a great standalone episode of herself and was really good stuff. Happy to be for the finale too. God willing, maybe she'll be like a mainstay for the series for Mando's case. That'd be cool. Also, Trench, my actual YouTube friend, Austin Trench, I'm on his Facebook sometimes, and he found a pic of the cast having a cast party / full cast pic after wrapping, and the guy himself who plays Mandalorian stayed face, stayed kayfabe, never taking that helmet off, and to be fair, it is cool armor. Also, I might get the heavy class Mandalorian that showed up I think around episode 3 if I'm not mistaken, because I'm not gonna lie, I've seen the Black Series figure of that is really tempting. As a big guy, that would be a sweet loadout. I might go full Captain Xavier, Carter's channel if you're not new to Nerf. That being said, this is the list for best TV shows of 2019. Can you tell I'm back-to-back with these vlogs? Yes, there are going to be vlogs, sadly, but how the hell else am I going to get these lists out of the way coming into next year? So that being said, hand here to the previous video, which is the worst list of the year. Other hand here to sub to my channel, notification bell down below if you want to see more of the list. Comment down below what you think should have been the best show of 2019. If you have anything that could beat Baby Yoda and My Hero and just anime in general this year and last year, because I gave Gridman a lot of high praise. Also, I found out that Gridman's getting a sequel show, and I'm getting ready for that. So until all that hype, I'm Retrokid Reviews. James Craig himself, that is my real name. I usually say this for the end of the year, in case anyone wants to know. Hi, how you doing to new subscribers, and take care, subscribe. See you in 2020 with probably better TV or streaming. Who knows?